I'm excited to welcome Adamo Donatucci, Business Development Officer at Precise ParkLink, and Anthony Casalanguida, General Manager at The Well. Adamo leads cutting-edge technology initiatives that build operating efficiencies for Precise ParkLink. We also have Anthony, who has been working in the property management industry for 30 years, gaining experience in the management side of the industry. I'm sure you're well aware of or have visited The Well since it's opened earlier this year. This session will give you an inside look into its one-of-a-kind development and how it came to be. Please join me in welcoming Adamo and Anthony to the stage.
Well, thank you, Alex, and thank you for that bio. I got to tell you, I was telling Nuno this morning that I had a client meeting on Tuesday, and the client introduced me to a senior vice president as Adamo, the parking guy, so that one sounds much better for sure. So anyways, thank you everyone for joining us today. Great to see so many clients and colleagues gathered together, especially understanding how busy your schedules are. We are excited to talk about Toronto's newest and most exciting mixed-use development in The Well. We're fortunate to have Anthony here, who's going to give us a behind-the-scenes chronicle event from day one. Today's session agenda starts where it all began, 10 years ago, in this ever-evolving partnership with RioCan. From there, we get a look at the beginning process of The Well and its ambitious journey to where we are today, setting the stage for meaningful experiences. And that's something you're going to hear a few times in this presentation. And finally, how the parking technology further elevates those experiences. Once the session is over, we shall proceed to lunch, including entertainment that our amazing marketing team have put together. And honestly, if you get a chance to meet with them, they're fantastic. Precise ParkLink is a prominent figure in the commercial real estate industry. This is proven through our long-standing partnerships with several reputable CRE organizations, many that are sitting here today, including RioCan. These long-standing relationships have fostered centers around technology. Here at Precise, it is our backbone. It drives everything we do and how we've evolved in the leader in the parking and mobility sector. This evolution goes back 20 plus years, where we have partnered with various organizations throughout Canada to optimize their parking programs, focusing on revenue generation and creating that seamless experience. Our partnership with RioCan began back in early 2004, that we have successfully now managed a portfolio of 13 sites, including some established landmarks such as Yonge Eglinton Centre, Yonge Sheppard Centre, Empress Walk, and of course, The Well. Back in 2019, we were awarded the parking management contract and technology contract for The Well through an RFP process. That eventually this would evolve in the state-of-the-art parking operation that offers convenience and seamless experiences in the heart of downtown Toronto, synonymous with the rest of The Well's incredible offerings. On that note, I'll hand it over to my colleague.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Adamo, and good morning, everyone. Show of hands, how many people have actually been to The Well? Okay, that's not bad. Well, what we've added in the care package actually is a get out for free ticket. So please join us over the next couple of months in order to come and see our holiday at The Well and then experience what Adamo has indicated to be a place where you can enjoy meaningful experiences. We have had the good fortune, well, I have the good fortune, my team and I actually, to be part of a very, very eclectic partnership. RioCan and Allied are 50-50 partners in this development. And as you know, RioCan is very good at doing what they do in terms of their retail world and environment, and Allied is very good in terms of transforming brick and beam into very good working spaces. So collectively, when this 7.6 acre site came up, it took a lot of ambition, a lot of foresight, and a lot of courage to actually assemble what they did. So very fortunate to have expertise in specific fields. And what we do at the Well is basically take what the best parts of both organizations and put them into one particular product. So very, very simple in terms of where the well is located, and it's very simple in terms of where it's located in terms of front and spadina. As we indicated, it's 7.6 acres in site, and we see ourselves as being a very, very integral component of the neighborhood, and not necessarily a oasis in the King West area, but an extension of that neighborhood. The site itself is composed of three individual separate components that integrate into one particular campus. We have 6 residential buildings of about 1.6 million square feet in total, 1,700 units. Building A, B, and F are all residential rental. Buildings C, D, and E are condominiums built by Tridel. We have 1.2 million square feet of office, predominantly in Building G, which is our 8 Spadina site, and we have about 375,000 square feet of retail. With this development of this magnitude, we have to have a lot of partnerships. And so BDP was the retail architect. We had Adamson, which was the executive architect, HBA, office, and then Claude Cormier was the landscape architect. And there were various multiple other particular elements that also existed in terms of the development. As the demo had indicated, it is a labor of love, and also it's been in the making for 12 years. The partnership formed, the RAD, as you can see, it's RioCan Allied, and there was Diamond Corp that was assisted in terms of the amassing of the 7.6 acres to the point where we are today in terms of the opening of the Wellington market. So as you can see, there were a lot of milestones that progressed, and if you lived in the neighborhood, you probably thought it was never going to end, and we continue to fine-tune, and we're probably 95% of completion in terms of construction, but hopefully that will come along soon as well. As we indicated, there's a lot of things that happen, and one of the things that I should have pointed out on the slide in terms of the timeline was the fact that both Allied and RioCan realized very early on that they required a validation of what they were actually building. So what they did in their foresight, they hired me. So it's going to be 7 years that I was developed to manage the site. As you can probably tell by the timeline, it was not built at the time. So what I was tasked to do was, number one, formulate a team in order to run the site based on what I believe to be the requirements of both the customer experience as well as the operational, we'll call it, overall complexity. And so I spent the first 5 years basically just shifting through all the drawings and trying to understand from a customer perspective what it would mean to interact with the site. And part of that actually was evaluating in terms of what the parking experience should be. As you can see, and as I identified before, there was residential, there's commercial, and there is retail. And all of them have particular visitors. So in our site, we have P1, P2, and P3, which are all commercial visitors. Half of P5 is residential, and the other is visitors. And P6 is all of residential. So if you can imagine, we have overall about 2,000 stalls. 660 are dedicated towards commercial, and the remainder are residential. So we needed a system to be integrated and to function seamlessly for all those who came into the site, both visitors, monthly parkers, and then residential parkers as well. So you can imagine the complexities associated with in terms of having areas that are dedicated to residential and those that are dedicated to also the visitors. That being said, there had to be some sort of a cooperation amongst all the partnership groups in order to ensure that one particular form of parking management was implemented. In a demo, I think you'll go through that in terms of what the next steps were attributed to it. Part of what we actually thought about as well in terms of was our partnership with Enwave. They were one of our integral components of the site. We are heated and air conditioned in terms of our temperature and our conditioned air through the Enwave system. So, their particular expansion of their network to the west was integral in terms of us creating the efficiency that we currently have. And so every single building within the well is actually managed through the Enwave utility. So what we've done is, in terms of the phasing of the well, is that we launched it. We had occupancy in the office tower in 2022. Then we launched a portion of the retail in 2023. Then we culminated in terms of what we currently have at the well in terms of the Wellington Market, which is 70,000 square feet of market space. That is our anchor in order to welcome people to the well. Hopefully people have been. It's a very curated collection of food, whereby we have about 3,400 person capacity. And it's the best of Toronto in terms of the culinary expertise that we have around, and culminate into what we believe to be a must-see and a must-experience place. Just a little bit more on the market in terms of what our tenant mix is. And obviously it's licensed, so part of that, what we wanted to do was to create an environment whereby people can just browse, take their food, and then also have a beverage to accompany it. One thing that we did, which is not in the slides, also we made this pet friendly. So something that I would have probably not done in my previous life at Yorkdale was to actually welcome pets into an environment, indoor environment. But considering our environment, considering the demographics that exist around the well, the dog is an integral component of the family. And as such, we ensured that this particular place was dog friendly as well. Okay, this is for you. I'll give this to you.
Yeah, thank you, Hansi.
No problem.
Not for anything, and not because the RioCan and the well are clients of ours, or we like Anthony, but if you go to the well, it really is a fantastic place. We go with my family once a month, and in your gift box, you actually have an exit free. So there's no excuses, you need to go. The Well's parking program showcases our comprehensive turnkey parking solution designed to support major mixed-use developments effectively. This integrated system ensures seamless operation and enhances the overall parking experiences for visitors. As this is a new and high-traffic facility, we are working closely with the Well team to ensure their parking programs meet their current and future needs. Our gated parking technology, pay-on-foot machines, EV charging stations, wayfinding signage, scan and pay options, and other technology advancements ensure that visitors have a smooth and efficient parking experience. This cutting-edge infrastructure aligns perfectly with the Well's commitment to providing top-tier amenities and provides a single pane of glass approach to the parking management.
Welcome to a world of new experiences with beloved classics and undiscovered favorites. This is the evolution of Toronto's food scene, all together at the Well.
To further promote the Well's parking program, we work closely with their marketing team to devise a strategic marketing campaign that included paid advertisements on Meta, which you've just seen, and influencer marketing to drive organic engagement on social media. This was a first for us. And because of its success, this is something we'll be moving forward to all our clients. And there will be more discussion about this in one of the sessions in the afternoon.
Thank you, Adamo and Anthony, for providing this great, insightful session.
I thought we were there and came in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope not.